Welcome to AFL with Arena TV. It's finals time in the Farah League, but the last round of the home and away season finished rather dramatically at Gumley last weekend. The game wasn't ever going to affect the ladder positions, but it could have a big effect on finals. Collie had their confidence destroyed in a 98-point loss, and coach Josh Hamilton was given a high-grade striking charge. While nothing went right for the Blues, East Wagga-Kooringal forward Marc Geppert couldn't put a foot wrong. He kicked 11 straight goals to reach a century for the season. Geppert said the focus now is on doing what they need to in finals, but his effort was even more special given teammate Nick Hull showed he can kick them from the centre square, so he could have sent them sailing over the full forward's head all day long.
Yeah, he can launch them, Hully, so it's nice now. We've got a few different goal kicking options, so if I'm not kicking that many goals a week, then we sort of expect those blokes to kick, 4 or 5 and have an even spread, and we've still got Billy to come back in. So yeah, things are looking good, but as we know from the last 2 years, home and away means bugger all, and we've got a couple more games to win. Look, I don't know. It'll depend on how Collie pull up from today. Obviously, they've got to back up and play next week, and I don't know how the Rock ended up today. They played tomorrow, but they probably had a pretty comfortable win, I'd imagine. But yeah, look, I don't know. It's a hard one because we're all three of us are all pretty evenly matched. So whoever turns up on the day, I know it sounds like a cliche, but that's how close the three teams are. No, it was good. It was a good game. I thought it was a pretty sort of physical contest. Collie are always physical, and to come away with a comfortable win in the last round, you'll take that. So Carl Pound's a great defender, and looked at, to be honest, the result. I said at the start of the day, I said we're probably going to have to win by a fair amount for me to be any chance, but to win by that amount and to kick the 100 is, yeah, it's really good. It just sort of popped up, and I thought to myself when I sort of half got off the ground, I thought if I drop this, it's all over. So lucky enough it stuck and I put it through. Yeah, it's been good lately. We've still got important games to go though, so hopefully it can stay on for a couple of weeks. But yeah, it was a good team performance today.
Tommy, Marc Geppert's 101 goals for the season was a bit of a surprise given he was taking on a top 3 team in the last round and he still had 10 to go to reach the milestone. But he'd probably trade all of those for a drought-breaking premiership, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, having lost last year's grand final against the Rock, he'd be determined to come back and win the premiership. Obviously, it's a nice milestone for him to kick 101 goals. It's a great achievement, but no doubt he'll be very focused on winning the premiership. And it was a disastrous day for Collie. Do you think they can get back up for the Rock on the weekend? Yeah, for sure. Well, last year they bounced back pretty well. The first final last year against Temora, they played good football, so I don't think they'll be too daunted by it. They'll be ready to go, no doubt, come finals. It's been a big year for them. Yeah, I certainly think they're capable. Well, Tom Yates claimed the Rock's best and fairest after their win over Temora. Do Collie have the midfield to match Yates, Pieper and Ashcroft? Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, the Rock have one of the best midfields in the competition, if not the best midfield in the competition. Certainly had some firepower. Kanar, Sorato, Josh Fallon, they're all very, very good players. Mitch Carroll's a bit of a question mark. Obviously, he'd make an enormous difference, but they certainly can match them. It's whether or not they can do it on the day. Well, that game is on Saturday at Gumley, with the winner to meet East Wagga on Sunday week at Robertson Oval. On Sunday this week, the Jets take on Mara in the elimination final. The Jets have beaten Mara twice this year, but the Bombers get a couple back this week, don't they? Yeah, for sure. Obviously, having Clint Taylor and Daniel Bergenshaw, very experienced defenders coming back into the team, they'll make an enormous difference tomorrow. Come finals, you want those experienced guys down back. Clint Taylor is one of the best players in the competition, former Gerald Clear medalist, so they'll obviously make an enormous difference for Mara. And now the Jets have one of the best midfields in the comp, especially with Mitch Maguire back for finals, while Mitch Hadrell's season has been quite amazing. Is that their strength? Yeah, absolutely. To have Mitch Hadrell is one of the best players in the comp, and then you have the Fisher brothers, and then you bring back Mitchell Maguire from his NEFL duties and Nationals duties. Since he's been back, he's been unbelievable. He'll make an enormous difference to the Jets, and no doubt will be a pivotal player come finals. Well, Mitch Hadrell won the JRC Electrical Services Player of the Year award, and if we take a close look at who else was up there, Lockie Highfield, Dave Pieper from the Rock, Nick Hull has been the standout ruckman. Brad Turner is the only non-midfielder near the top. How important will he be on Saturday, Tom? It'd be very important. They're pretty much the game plan is around Brad Turner. He's their best player. He's one of the most watchable players in the competition. So athletic, so good on his high marks and kick goals. He can do anything, Brad Turner. So he'll be an enormous factor come on the weekend.
So who's your tip, Tommy? Who'll live to fight another day?
My tip would be the Jets. I think their midfield should be probably a bit too strong, and they've beaten Mara twice throughout the year, and I think finals they'll step up and get the job done again.
Well, thanks so much for coming in and enjoy your weekend of footy.
Thanks, Lon.
Before we go, we asked Marc Geppert to talk us through the last few minutes at Gumley last week, starting with the kick from a narrow angle in the right pocket to bring up goal number 99.
I was pretty happy when it sort of popped out to that pocket, and then, as I said, the next two were from straight in front, so it was, I suppose, not destiny or anything like that, but to kick 3 goals in them last couple of minutes, I'd written myself off. I nearly went off at 3/4 time with a cork, so yeah, to get the boys to sort of kick it somewhere in my vicinity was nice. Yeah, Wes chopped one off, and I thought, geez, that's probably done it. But no, the quarter felt like it went forever, and I didn't think it would go for that long because we hadn't kicked that many goals in the last quarter. But yeah, lucky to sneak a couple in late. And normally I get a bit nervous and start spraying them, but luckily that one to bring up the 100 was straight in front.